Okay, Cobra Model FS380. I believe this to be one of the cheapest, if not the cheapest, semi-automatic handguns on the market today. This is even less expensive than high points are. This is the FS380 chambered in 380 ACP, and I wanted to do another bottom of the line budget type handgun video. I know I've done high points, so many high point videos in the past, so I wanted to kind of expand my budget horizon, so to speak, and do something different. So there it is, Cobra Model FS380. Man, this thing is a simple, blocky, heavy gun. If you get one, you may get one that works, you may get one that doesn't. It's just kind of a gamble when you buy guns like this. This one seems to be decently made considering the price. I mean, it's a rough gun, but everything seems to be working. I haven't shot it yet, so we'll see what happens when I take it to the range. Might make for a funny video. The overall feel of the gun in my hands actually feels better in my hands than a high point does, surprisingly. But it doesn't have some of the features that a high point does. And it's kind of funny, I never thought I'd be saying that a handgun doesn't have the features that a high point does. But this doesn't. This does not have last round hold open. It just doesn't come with that feature. The gun itself, the sights, it does not have adjustable sights. You can see the sights there are kind of molded into the frame, so what you see is what you get. At least with the high point, you could adjust it if you so needed, or you could take the sight and swap it between a ghost ring sight if you wanted, which I thought was always kind of cool. Magazine release is also different. Down here on the bottom, takes a little bit of getting used to, but it's not too bad. It's not too bad. The magazine isn't a drop-free magazine, and these are even chintzier magazines than high point makes. So you're literally looking right here. This is bottom of the barrel. This is it. If you want a bottom of the barrel handgun for whatever reason, here you go. You can look at Jimenez arms too, and you know, there's a few choices out there. But this strikes me as pretty much the bottom of the barrel. Now, for those that are familiar with these types of handguns, you'll see the similarities between this and the old Lorsen handguns, the Model 380s, which is basically what it is. Cobra basically took that design, tweaked it a little bit, added a little bit of material here, did a little bit of recontouring, but basically what this is a updated, per se, model of the Lorsen 380. As I hold it close, anybody that's familiar with the Lorsen 380, the changes, they added material to the top here, give it a little bit more bulk. The Lorsen 380 had relief cuts down here. They went ahead and they didn't do that on this, so essentially this slide is just a big block of material. The Lorsen 380 had a little bit of a point here. They kind of rounded that off. Just a minor thing. The sights are just a hair different profile than the Lorsen 380. Just really small things they did. But this gun should be interesting. Kind of my reasoning behind this is not to say, oh, this is a great handgun. And maybe it'll work great for me. Maybe it won't. We'll see what happens. But what I want to show is not to underestimate these types of handguns. To my law enforcement friends out there, security friends, concealed carriers, anybody out there, if you go up against somebody with this type of gun, don't just write them on and think they're not really a threat. These guns have killed and wounded a lot of people. Not specifically the CF380, but I'm talking the cheap so-called Saturday night specials. They call them that for a reason. They're common on the streets. You just got to keep an eye out for them. Sometimes they work and sometimes they work well. They will still throw a projectile downrange at velocities high enough to kill a man. It is what it is. It's a gun. It's a cheap gun. It's a rough gun, but it's still a gun. So I hope to show that in the videos, and I hope to have a little bit of fun with it too. I mean, there's something to be said about shooting these cheap little guns and taking them to the range. And you start shooting, and especially in my area, you start getting some looks, people looking at you like, geez, what is this guy doing? But more videos to follow on this thing. But if you guys have any of these Cobras, whether it's the FS model like this or the CA models, or if you have that new Cobra Denali model, feel free to chime in on whether they work or not. I mean, I know it's kind of a 50-50 crapshoot with these, but just let us know your experiences. So that said, I'll go ahead and stop the video, and I'll just give you one more close-up of, wow, just look at that. My only regret is that I didn't find a chrome one. I think that's the ultimate with these guns, is to get one that is chromed out. So you just got the bling going on. But there it is in all of its glory. Cobra FS380. Good stuff.